Are you over 60 and wondering why your mornings feel empty, why your energy is fading, and why you no longer feel like yourself? They told you this was just aging, that losing your erections, your drive, and your spark was natural. But that's not the truth. The truth is, what you stopped doing years ago, or what you were taught to feel ashamed of, might be the very thing your body desperately needs right now. Ignore it, and you risk not just your manhood, but your health, your connection, and your dignity. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear might change everything. My name is Dr. Mary Blake. I'm a board-certified urologist with over 30 years of experience helping men over 60 reclaim their strength, their confidence, and their lives. I've seen thousands of men who thought they were broken, and I've watched them come back to life. And here's my promise to you. In the next few minutes, you're going to discover the hidden reason your prostate, testosterone, and even your nervous system are quietly shutting down. You'll learn the exact nighttime ritual built around a specific nutrient combination that has helped my patients regain morning erections, deeper sleep, and emotional closeness in as little as 7 to 14 days. Real men, just like you, who thought their best years were over, suddenly felt alive again. But if you ignore this, the decline will only grow worse, the loneliness heavier, and the loss permanent. Stay with me, watch until the end, and don't miss this. It could be the most important thing you hear this year. You were told this was just what happens after 60, that you slow down, lose your spark, and accept the silence in your bedroom as part of aging. But the truth is, that story is a lie. You are not broken because of age. You are struggling because something deeper, hidden in your body, has been ignored for far too long. And it is stealing more than just your erections. It is stealing the man you still are inside. But stay with me, because it gets worse. When you stop paying attention to your body's signals, problems don't fade away. They build up quietly. Blood no longer flows the way it should. Your testosterone, the very fuel of your manhood, drops lower each year. The nerves that once fired with life begin to go quiet. And suddenly, you find yourself lying awake at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering where your strength went. You may tell yourself it's just stress or just being tired, but deep inside, your body is waving a red flag. And if you think that's bad, listen to this. What starts as lost morning erections can quickly turn into fatigue, weight gain, depression, and even a higher risk of disease. Men don't like to talk about this. Society tells you to keep it hidden. They told you to feel ashamed of your own body, to never mention what's really happening behind closed doors, and so you stay silent, thinking you're the only one. But no one wants to say this. Silence is the very thing making you worse. It eats away at your confidence, your marriage, your health. It convinces you that you're alone, when in truth, millions of men over 60 are fighting the same silent battle. No one wants to say this, but you need to hear it. Your body is shutting down not because of age, but because you were never shown how to care for it properly. I'll tell you about one man I saw not long ago. His name was Frank, 68, a retired mechanic who had lost his wife years earlier. He told me he felt invisible, like the world had left him behind. Nights were the worst. He said, "Doctor, I lie in bed and feel nothing, like my body has gone cold." He thought it was just part of getting old, but when I examined him, I saw the truth. His prostate was inflamed, his hormones were crashing, and his circulation was failing. All of it had been building quietly while he stayed silent. And sadly, he's not the only one. You need to understand this is not just about sex. It's about sleep, energy, mood, and dignity. It's about whether you wake up each day alive or just existing. Ignore it, and the cost will not just be physical, it will rob your confidence, your relationships, and even your will to keep fighting. Stay with me. We're not done yet. You need to hear what comes next. and that's just the beginning. Now let's talk about exactly what you can do. You've heard the warnings, you've felt the fear, but here's where it changes. You don't need another lecture, you need clear steps you can follow right now, and I promise you'll learn practical habits that restore your strength, your sleep, and even your manhood. Many men over 60 think it's too late, but the truth is your body is waiting for the right support. You were taught to accept decline as normal aging, but the truth is decline is not destiny. What I'm about to share are proven steps from my real patients, men just like you who felt broken, tired, and ashamed until they discovered the right approach. Stay with me, because these are simple, specific, and backed by science. Don't miss what's next, because the first secret could change everything for you. Secret 1 is about timing. You were taught that it doesn't matter when you care for your body, but the truth is timing after 60 can make or break your health. Many men believe decline is inevitable, yet what really steals your strength is missing the right moment to support your circulation, hormones, and nerves. After 60, your testosterone no longer rises and falls the same way it did at 30. Blood vessels lose flexibility, and your prostate becomes sluggish. If you ignore this, you wake tired, you lose your morning strength, and you start believing you're no longer a man. But stay with me, because this is where change becomes possible. Science shows that your body responds best to gentle activation at predictable times. That means choosing the right food, the right breath, even the right touch at the right hour. For example, when you add a small dose of healthy fats or nitric oxide-rich foods in the evening, your body repairs faster overnight. When you practice slow breathing and light stimulation before sleep, circulation reaches your prostate and tissues instead of stagnating. One of my patients, Robert, 68, widowed for years, believed he was finished. He told me he would wake up every night to urinate, and every morning he felt smaller, weaker, and ashamed. He thought this was just aging. Once he shifted his timing, adding cooked tomato with dinner, hydrating with warm water instead of cold, and practicing a simple 4-2-6 breath before bed, his body changed in less than 2 weeks. His sleep deepened, his night trips to the bathroom dropped, and he whispered to me, "Doctor, I finally woke up feeling like myself again." Many men don't realize that something as simple as timing can unlock their body's recovery. And if you think that's powerful, stay with me, because the next one is even better. Secret 2 is about blood flow. You were taught that erections fade because of age, but the truth is they fade because your circulation is shutting down slowly and silently. After 60, your vessels stiffen, your nitric oxide drops, and your prostate swells. This isn't just about intimacy, it's about oxygen reaching every organ. If you ignore this, you risk losing more than desire. You lose memory, energy, and even independence. Don't go anywhere. You need to hear this. Your body is like a river. When the current slows, everything downstream suffers. Many men don't realize that when blood stops moving freely to your lower body, your testosterone falls faster, your sleep breaks down, and your confidence disappears. You can feel it in the way your mornings change, in the way you avoid closeness, even in the way you stand. The science is clear. Certain foods act like natural openers for your vessels. Fresh beet and lightly steamed spinach release nitric oxide. Garlic thins your blood just enough to ease the flow. Celery and carrots provide minerals that relax the smooth muscle inside your arteries. When taken at dinner, these foods act like a quiet medicine. Circulation improves while you sleep, fueling recovery through the night. One patient, Alan, 71, divorced and living alone, told me he felt embarrassed even to talk about it. He said, "Doctor, I don't feel like a man anymore." I asked him to add roasted beets and spinach to his evening meal, nothing fancy. Within 10 days, he reported stronger mornings, deeper sleep, and something more, hope. His voice carried relief when he admitted, "I feel alive again." Blood flow is not just about your private parts, it's about your whole life. Stay with me, because the next secret might surprise you even more. Secret 3 is about timing. You were told that vitamins should be taken in the morning, but the truth is, for men over 60, morning vitamins often do nothing for your testosterone or your sleep. Your body changes with age, the rhythm of your hormones shifts, your absorption slows, and what once worked no longer does. If you miss the right timing, you're wasting effort, and your nights remain broken. But wait until you hear this, because it matters more than you think. Many men swallow a handful of pills with coffee, believing they're helping themselves. But caffeine blunts absorption, blood sugar spikes block magnesium, and sunlight timing alters how vitamin D works. Instead of restoring strength, this morning ritual leaves you just as drained. The result is restless nights, weaker mornings, and the slow erosion of desire. The science shows your body repairs during the night. Testosterone rises, blood vessels expand, nerves calm. That means your support must come before sleep, not after waking. Vitamin D3, magnesium glycinate, and B6 taken in the evening act like keys unlocking these processes. They steady your nerves, smooth your circulation, and tell your hormones it's safe to rebuild. Take Thomas, 68, retired and widowed, who told me, "I thought my days as a man were finished." He had been taking his vitamins every morning, faithfully, for years, with no change. I shifted him to a nighttime schedule, simple and consistent. Within 2 weeks, he called back in shock. His sleep was deeper, his mornings stronger, and his mood lighter. He said, "I finally feel rest again." It's not just what you take, it's when you take it. Stay with me, because the next one is even better. Secret 4 is not about another pill or nutrient, it's about ritual. You were taught that health comes only from medicine, but the truth is, your body also needs signals of safety to heal. Without this, even the right nutrients cannot do their job, and here's why so many men fail without realizing it. Think about your nights. You rush from television or worry straight into bed, expecting your body to shut down, but your nerves are still firing, stress hormones still high, blood vessels still tight. Magnesium and vitamin D can't work if your system is locked in tension. That's why I teach every patient a simple nighttime ritual. Warm shower, 3 minutes of deep breathing, and the 4-2-6 rhythm before bed. These tiny signals tell your nervous system it's safe. They relax your vessels, open your circulation, and let the nutrients do their work. Alan, 71, divorced and living alone, told me he used to lie awake, angry at his body. After starting this ritual with his supplements, he said, "For the first time in years, I woke up rested and alive." It's not complicated. Just a few minutes of calm transforms the effect of everything you take. And that's the final piece, because without ritual, nothing holds. Don't go anywhere, because the summary will tie it all together. Let me tell you about Robert, 68, widowed for 5 years. He told me he felt invisible, ashamed, and certain his best days were behind him. Nights were the hardest. He lay awake, angry at his body, missing the closeness he once shared with his wife. Friends said it was age. He almost believed them. When Robert came to me, he was exhausted, withdrawn, and ready to give up. I gave him the exact protocol you just heard: nutrients at night, the breathing ritual, and gentle self-touch to awaken circulation. 2 weeks later, he returned with tears in his eyes. He said, "Doctor, I woke up with energy. I felt like a man again." His posture changed, his mood lifted, and even his children noticed. Robert's story isn't rare. It's what happens when you stop believing the lie that aging means the end. And sadly, he's just one of many men who turned things around. So here's what this all means for you. You're not broken, and it's not too late. When you give your body the right support at night, when you restore circulation and feed your hormones correctly, you unlock energy you thought was gone forever. You've seen the steps: nutrients, ritual, gentle stimulation, and consistency. And you've seen what happens when a man like Robert puts them into practice. Within 14 days, the shift can be real. Ignore this, and the slow decline continues. Act on it, and you regain vitality, confidence, and connection. You can do this. Stay with me, because what comes next might be even more important. One of the biggest mistakes men over 60 make is thinking they can keep doing things the way they always did. They were told that slowing down in the bedroom, losing morning energy, and missing that deep connection is simply part of aging. But the truth is, it's not your age. It's the way you've been taught to ignore what your body now needs. You still follow the same habits you had at 30, but your body isn't the same anymore. But stay with me, because you really need to hear this. The dangerous mistake is believing that pushing through, staying silent, or just accepting it will somehow protect your pride. Psychologically, you tell yourself it's not important, that it's too embarrassing to bring up, or that your wife doesn't care. But biologically, every time you skip supporting your hormones or circulation, you set yourself up for a slow decline. Your testosterone doesn't repair at night, your blood thickens, and your nerves lose sensitivity. And if you think that's bad, there's more you need to know. When you ignore this, the consequences creep in quietly. You wake up groggy, you lose strength in your legs, your nights are broken by bathroom trips, and your mornings feel empty. The prostate swells, the vessels stiffen, and the man you once were seems to slip away. Most men don't even realize it's happening until it's too late. Then they blame age, when in reality, it was years of silent neglect. And here's the cruelest part. Society told you to stay quiet about these things. No one wants to admit they can't perform like they used to, or that their body feels less alive. Your doctor might even brush it off as normal aging. But no one told you the truth, that avoiding the right nutrients, skipping circulation rituals, and staying ashamed makes it worse. No one wants to say it, but you need to hear it. Because this is too important to keep silent about. I'm here to tell you the truth. You're not broken and you're not alone. I know you feel the weight of embarrassment. I know you sometimes avoid intimacy because you're scared of what might happen. And I know you've tried to laugh it off, to hide it, to pretend it doesn't matter. But it does. You matter. Your body still remembers how to respond. You just need to stop making the mistakes that shut it down. Stay with me. I'm going to help you change this. And that's just the beginning. You need to hear what comes next, because the solution is simpler than you think. Knowing the problem is one thing, but without a clear plan, it means nothing. You've heard the truth about what's happening to your body, but unless you turn that knowledge into action, nothing will change. Without a plan, knowledge is useless. And that's why I want to give you a simple routine you can start today, something real that fits your life. But let's make this real. The first step is to fuel your body at the right time. Each evening, about an hour before bed, take your targeted nutrients with a glass of warm water. This supports your hormones while you sleep, when your body is designed to repair itself. The second step is circulation. Spend 10 minutes after dinner doing light movements, walking slowly, stretching your legs, or even standing and breathing deeply. This keeps your blood moving so oxygen can reach where it's needed most. The third step is relaxation. Create a bedtime ritual like a warm shower or a slow breathing pattern of 4 in, 2 hold, 6 out. This signals to your nervous system that it's safe to release tension. The fourth step is consistency. Repeat this rhythm at least 5 nights a week because your body craves steady support, not one-time fixes. It doesn't have to be complicated. Why does this plan work? Because testosterone and circulation are not random. They follow rhythms. When you give your body fuel at night, you sync with the natural repair cycle. When you move after dinner, you prevent the blood from pooling and thickening. When you breathe and relax, you activate the nerves that control blood flow and arousal. And when you stay consistent, the improvements compound, your mornings become stronger, your energy steadier, and your confidence comes back. That's why men who follow these simple steps often see changes in just weeks. I want you to know you can do this. You don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to do it all at once. Even a small effort is better than nothing. You're not too old to start, and your body is not too far gone. Every day you practice this routine, you tell your body it still matters, and that message is powerful. Stick with me. I want you to try this. And there's even more you need to know, because while this plan gives you a foundation, the next part will show you how to protect it, strengthen it, and avoid the traps that can undo your progress. Stay with me. I'm not done helping you yet. You've just heard the real truth about what's happening to men over 60, and more importantly, you've learned the specific steps to turn it around. We talked about the nutrients that fuel your body at night, the circulation habits that keep blood flowing, the rituals that calm your nervous system, and the small daily choices that rebuild your confidence. This is not just talk, it's real medicine. It's the difference between watching yourself fade and choosing to rise again. But let me be clear, if you ignore this, the decline does not stop on its own. The fatigue, the restless nights, the weaker mornings, the silence in your marriage, all of it continues to creep in, little by little, until one day you wonder where your life went. And I don't want that for you. I know this is not easy to hear. You've carried shame, silence, and the heavy thought that maybe you're broken. But you're not broken. You can change. Your body is waiting for you to give it the right support. And when you do, it responds. You are not too old and it is not too late. Now I want to invite you to take one more step with me. Subscribe to this channel so you never miss what's coming next. Hit the bell so every new truth finds you in time. And don't stay silent. Join the conversation. Type 1 in the comments if you believe men over 60 deserve to know this, or type 0 if you're still unsure. Your voice matters, and sharing it might give another man the courage he needs. Thank you for staying with me all the way to the end. That already tells me you care enough to fight for your health, your confidence, and your life. Stay with me. More truths are coming your way, and I promise you, the best is not behind you. It's still waiting if you choose it.